not to soothe you with vague comfort, but to prepare you for what is unfolding even as you read. Archangel Michael has seen movements in the spiritual realm, angels stationed at the four corners of the earth, guarding a sacred deed that carries your name. They have battled against forces that tried to erase your inheritance, forces that paid money in darkness to ensure that you would never discover the truth. But God says, "No payment can erase what I have written. No human hand can cancel what I have sealed. No scheme can undo what my will has established." The seriousness of this moment cannot be overstated. Something is about to happen, and heaven is alerting you ahead of time. The secret property is not just a piece of land, not just a building with walls and doors. It is symbolic of everything the enemy tried to strip from you: stability, legacy, roots, identity, honor. The address carries a story, and when you see it, your knees will tremble, for you will realize that God has been closer than you thought, weaving every detail behind the scenes. Archangel Michael says, "You must open your spirit to receive this. Do not treat it lightly. Do not scroll past it as though it were another fleeting thought. Heaven is watching your response. The angels are holding their breath, waiting to see if you will rise to this moment with faith or shrink back in hesitation. This property belongs to you. This inheritance is stamped with your bloodline. This revelation will shake the foundations of your understanding. God is speaking clearly, my child, when I bless, no one can curse. When I give, no one can take away. When I open a door, no man can shut it. This is why the enemy has tried so hard to distract you, to exhaust you, to break your focus. He knew that if you endured until this hour, you would see the manifestation of my promise. He tried to confuse you with lies, to blind you with false voices, to discourage you with delays. But you have held on, and now I am rewarding your endurance with exposure. What was hidden is being revealed. Listen carefully, because this is urgent. Archangel Michael says there is a photo already marked for you. That photo carries proof, a glimpse, a heavenly stamp that cannot be denied. When you see it, you will know beyond any doubt that this message is for you. The address attached to that property is not random. It is tied to your life, to your story, to the very battles you have faced. It is a reminder that God wastes nothing, that every tear, every loss, every betrayal was leading you to this unveiling. God says, this secret property will shock you, because you thought you had no portion left, you thought the doors were permanently closed, you thought the chapters were over. But I am the God who writes new endings, the God who surprises my children with sudden reversals. This will not only change your life, it will expose the schemes of those who thought they could erase you. Your enemies will watch in silence as I exalt you in the very place they tried to bury you. Archangel Michael raises his voice. Something serious is about to happen. Time is running quickly. The order has already gone forth in heaven, and earthly manifestations are aligning. You must act with urgency. Open your spirit to see. Open your faith to receive. Open your eyes to believe what heaven is declaring. The atmosphere around you is shifting even now. You may feel pressure, you may feel an unexplainable intensity, because heaven's army is drawing near. The photo, the property, the address, it is more than information. It is a signpost, a confirmation, a divine map pointing you to your inheritance. You cannot afford to ignore it. If you delay, the enemy will attempt to cloud your mind with doubts, but if you respond, the doors will swing open with unstoppable force. God is releasing abundance. God is releasing restoration. God is releasing vindication. This message is your signal. The property is yours not because of luck, not because of chance, not because of human effort, but because heaven decreed it. And what heaven decrees, no power of darkness can undo. Archangel Michael warns again, open it before it is too late. The longer you wait, the greater the risk that confusion will try to steal your clarity. The longer you delay, the louder the lies will become. But if you obey now, if you embrace this revelation now, you will step into the blessing already waiting with your name on it. My child, believe this. You are standing at the threshold of a miracle that will not only shock you but silence those who doubted you. The property is not just an earthly possession, it is a heavenly sign of favor. It is God's way of showing you that nothing you endured was in vain. You were being prepared, positioned, refined. Now the unveiling is here. Heaven is watching. The angels are rejoicing. Archangel Michael is commanding. And God Himself is declaring, the secret property is yours. The address will shock you. The photo will confirm it. Open it now, before it is too late. And so I tell you with trembling reverence, do not take this moment lightly. You are not reading by accident. You are standing in divine timing. Heaven's order has gone forth. The unveiling has begun. My child, listen closely, because the words you are about to hear are not ordinary words. They are not random phrases written in the air, they are not empty sentences meant to pass the time. They are a divine summons, a cry from heaven, a thunder in the unseen realm, and it is urgent for you to open your heart right now. Archangel Michael himself leans close, his mighty wings trembling with a weight that even he rarely carries, and he says with a tone that pierces the silence, I order you to open this right now. Something serious is about to happen. He does not speak this as a suggestion, he does not whisper it as an option. He commands because the urgency of this moment will not wait for your hesitation. It is bigger than your doubts, bigger than your delays, and greater than your fear. God says, a secret property just became yours. A property you never searched for, a place you never thought was linked to your destiny, but heaven says it has been transferred, shifted, written into your inheritance. The address will shock you, because it will not match the places you once thought belonged to others, nor the buildings you believed were beyond your reach. It will shock you because it has been hidden from your eyes until now. But God, who writes stories that men cannot erase, has placed your name there. He says, "See the photo. Open it before it is too late." Do you understand the weight of this? This is not an ordinary deed or an ordinary key. This is a supernatural unveiling of something that others tried to bury, something enemies tried to conceal in shadows, something that was meant to remain a mystery in dusty files and forgotten records. But heaven cannot allow you to walk without knowing. Heaven cannot watch you struggle while something rightfully yours sits untouched. That is why this message is louder than your doubts, stronger than your fears, and sharper than the silence that tried to keep you ignorant. Archangel Michael looks at you with eyes that burn like lightning, and he says, "My child, I was sent to protect you, to war for you, but today I am also ordered to reveal something that will change everything. A secret property belongs to you. There are people who knew it but wanted to keep you away. They wanted you to walk in circles, they wanted you to think you were abandoned, but heaven laughs at their schemes because today, truth is being poured out. God says, you thought you were forgotten, but you were not. You thought the doors of wealth and ownership were closed to you, but I was preparing keys. You thought you were left without land, without inheritance, without a portion, but I say to you, a property has been marked for you, sealed in heaven, and it is time for it to be unveiled. This message is not just about bricks and walls, not just about streets and soil, it is about justice. It is about heaven saying that the lies spoken against you will no longer stand. It is about the exposure of documents, papers, photographs, and testimonies that tried to vanish into the darkness. It is about God saying, "Finally, I am exposing it. Finally, I am overturning what was hidden. Finally, I am pulling back the curtain, and you must see what belongs to you." Michael speaks again, louder now, as though he cannot contain the command burning inside him, "Do not ignore this. Open this now. If you delay, if you walk away, if you pretend this is nothing, then the enemy will attempt to delay the unfolding of this miracle. But if you believe, if you open your eyes, if you stretch out your faith, you will see it come to pass." You are wondering how, you are wondering why, you are wondering where. Heaven knows your thoughts before they even leave your lips. God says, the address will shock you. It is not where you expected. It is not where you searched. It is not where your enemies wanted you to look. It is in a place they tried to erase from your memory, but now it surfaces like a hidden island rising from the sea. Do you feel it? The air is heavy with revelation. Your spirit is trembling because somewhere deep inside, you know this is not imagination. You know heaven does not waste words. You know that when God speaks, He speaks with purpose. He says, a property just became yours. Not tomorrow, not years from now, but in this very unfolding moment. There is movement in records, there is stirring in files, there is shifting in ownership, and your name is being whispered in places where men said it would never be spoken. You see, God is not only giving you land, He is giving you a testimony. He is not only revealing a property, He is revealing His faithfulness. He is not only showing you an address, He is showing you His authority over the affairs of men. That is why Archangel Michael trembles with urgency, because he knows that this moment is layered with both earthly impact and heavenly power. God says, "My child, I do not want you to miss this." Too many times you walked past blessings thinking they were not for you. Too many times you let others' voices drown out my promises. Too many times you cried at night thinking you had nothing left. But hear me, this property is proof that you were never forgotten. There is a photo. There is evidence. There is a snapshot of what is yours. God says, see the photo. Open it before it is too late. He is not exaggerating. He is not speaking lightly. He is warning that if you do not open your spirit now, the enemy will try to blind you, to distract you, to throw smoke around your destiny. But if you open, if you listen, if you accept, nothing can stop this unveiling. Michael whispers again, softer but sharper, you have no idea how close you were to losing it forever. You have no idea how hard they tried to keep this from you. You have no idea how many signatures, how many lies, how many hands moved to erase your name. But I fought for you. I blocked their arrows. I tore their documents. I pierced their lies. And now, child of God, it is yours. Your name is being etched where it could not be erased. Your inheritance is being restored where it was stolen. Your portion is being delivered where it was hidden. This is not only a physical property, it is also a spiritual symbol of restoration, ownership, and victory. Heaven is shouting, you have a place. You are not homeless in destiny. You are not abandoned in inheritance. You are not empty-handed in the eyes of God. Do you understand why this is happening? Because you cried when no one saw, and God collected your tears. Because you prayed when you thought heaven was silent, and God recorded your words. Because you trusted when everything looked against you, and God stored your faith like a treasure. This moment is not random. It is not coincidence. It is divine timing. God says, the address will shock you. It will shock you because it is connected to a memory you once thought lost. It will shock you because it will answer questions you never had answers for. It will shock you because it will prove that I, the Lord, orchestrated every step even when you did not see me. Michael lifts his sword high, and with thunder in his voice, he cries, "Do not let this slip. Do not let this vanish. Do not walk away thinking this is a dream. This is your reality. This is your miracle. This is your moment." The photo will appear. The proof will come. The shock will strike. But only those who open, only those who believe, only those who do not delay will see it fully. God says, "Open it before it is too late." My child, time is pressing. Heaven does not exaggerate when it speaks of urgency. If you wait, others will try to tamper. If you delay, enemies will attempt to insert confusion. If you turn away, the moment may pass. That is why the voice is so urgent, that is why the command is so sharp, that is why Archangel Michael's wings tremble. Do not doubt. Do not delay. Do not dismiss this. You are standing at the edge of a revelation that will rewrite your story, that will silence your critics, that will restore what was stolen, and that will prove that heaven has been watching you all along. God says again, a secret property just became yours. The address will shock you. See the photo. Open it before it is too late. And so I speak these words not as an echo, but as a trumpet. Heaven has sounded the alarm. Archangel Michael has delivered the order. God has revealed the secret. The rest is in your hands, child of destiny. Will you open? Will you see? Will you step into what is yours? Because the moment is now. My child, listen carefully, for this is not an ordinary moment, this is not an ordinary day, and this is not an ordinary word being released into your life. Heaven has leaned close to whisper something into your spirit, and I, the Lord your God, am commanding you through the voice of my servant Archangel Michael to open your heart and receive this urgent message. This is not something to take lightly. This is not something to push aside until later. This is an urgent calling, a divine alarm sounding over your life, because something has been released in your name that the world will soon recognize, and if you do not receive it now, you may lose what I am granting you. Archangel Michael speaks with my authority. I order you to open this right now, because something serious is about to happen. Do not doubt, do not delay, do not assume this can wait. Heaven does not speak without reason, and this message was not written to you by accident. You have been chosen to hear these words because a hidden truth has been uncovered, and what was hidden from your eyes is now being revealed under divine light. The secret property, the inheritance that was concealed, has just been unlocked in your name. My child, you must prepare your heart, for the address itself will shock you when it is revealed. For so long, they tried to keep this from you. For so long, the enemy whispered lies to make you feel unworthy, to make you think you were forgotten, overlooked, abandoned. But I, the Lord, say to you now, you were never forgotten, you were never overlooked, and you were never abandoned. Every tear you shed, I caught. Every prayer you whispered in the darkness, I recorded. Every time you said, God, why me? Why am I left behind? I wrote your words in my heavenly book. And now, I have remembered you. I have chosen this moment to open the floodgates of revelation. This property, this secret that has been hidden from you, is more than just land, more than just walls, more than just an address. It is a symbol of my promise. It is a physical manifestation of what I promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that my children will inherit lands they did not build, houses they did not fill, vineyards they did not plant, wells they did not dig. You are stepping into the blessing of generations, the inheritance of promise, and no one can take it away from you, for I, the Lord, have sealed it with my hand. But listen carefully, because this blessing comes with urgency. Archangel Michael has sounded the trumpet of warning. Something serious is about to happen. The enemy knows you are about to step into your breakthrough. The enemy knows you are about to receive what was hidden, and he is furious. He will try to distract you, discourage you, make you feel like this is not real. But child, hear me, it is real. It is yours. And it is protected by heaven's army. You may be asking, why me, God? Why would you choose me to receive something so unexpected? And I answer you with love, because you have been faithful when others abandoned faith. You have prayed when others mocked. You have waited when others ran ahead. You have trusted me, even when you felt nothing around you made sense. You have whispered, Lord, I still believe, even when your heart was breaking. That faith, that endurance, that trust has not gone unnoticed. The property that is yours was once in the hands of those who thought they could keep it hidden. They whispered in secret meetings, they signed papers in the dark, they tried to erase your name from the inheritance. But what they did not understand is this: no one can erase what I, the Lord, have written. No signature can override my command. No bribe can silence heaven's decree. No lawyer, no authority, no false agreement can cancel what I have predestined. The address will shock you because it will be closer than you think. For some of you, it will be in the very land you walk past every day, the building you never imagined was tied to your name. For some, it will be in another city, a place you dreamed of but never thought you could own. For others, it is a place tied to your family's past, a place they tried to sell away from your bloodline, but I have restored it. The shock will not be in the numbers or the street name, it will be in the realization that heaven has been working behind the scenes, orchestrating this moment in your favor while you knew nothing of it. But my child, hear this warning clearly, you must not delay. Archangel Michael says, open it before it is too late. Do not put off your obedience. Do not say, maybe tomorrow I'll believe. Maybe later I'll pray. Maybe next week I'll trust. No, today is the appointed time. Now is the hour. Heaven's decree does not wait for man's schedule. When the trumpet sounds, when the command is released, your only posture must be obedience. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not tremble, for my angels surround you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No scheme of man shall prevail against my word. I know you feel the weight of enemies watching, people plotting, voices whispering that you are not enough. But their voices will soon be silenced, for I, the Lord, am exposing the truth. I see how tired you have been. I see the nights you lay awake, wondering if breakthrough would ever come. I see the way you kept loving others even when you felt empty yourself. I see the way you gave when you had little. My child, do you think those sacrifices went unnoticed? I am a God of justice. I am a God who remembers. I am a God who repays. And now I am repaying you. The photo, the evidence, the proof of this secret property will appear before your eyes. It will not be imagination. It will not be a dream. It will be a confirmation from heaven that what I promised is real. Some of you will see it in documents, some in visions, some in sudden phone calls, some in letters you never expected. When it arrives, do not doubt. Receive it with thanksgiving, for it is my gift to you. This moment is holy. Treat it with